I am the mother of madness, and welcome to my channel. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a pasta fagioli soup recipe that is going to be completely plant-based. If you guys enjoy going to Olive Garden and ordering the pasta fagioli soup, however, you have now switched to a plant-based diet or would prefer something a little bit lower in fat and easy to make at home, stay tuned and watch this recipe. So first I'm going to go over the list of ingredients that you will need to make this recipe. So you're going to start off with a 32-ounce container of vegetable broth. You're going to need just a couple of carrots. You do not need to get the baby cut carrots. I just got the baby cut carrots because my kids will eat these for snacks, or I will use these for other recipes. So I just kept it easy to just get the baby cut carrots because I didn't want to be wasteful. But you're only going to need a couple of these, and you're going to slice these into like matchsticks or julienned. You're going to also need just a couple of stalks of celery. I've already cleaned and chopped the ends on mine. You're going to need a small onion. I didn't have a small onion. I have a probably medium to large onion here. So I'm probably only going to use half of this. You're going to need some minced garlic, or you can mince fresh garlic if you'd like. You're going to need a box of the Ditalini pasta. These are the little tiny pastas that they have in the pasta fagioli. You're going to need a can of cannellini beans or white kidney beans. You're going to need a can, a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, and also a 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Some Italian seasoning. You can do fresh herbs if you like, of some basil and parsley. I just have these dried Italian seasonings, so that is what I'm using. So that's what I have on hand. So you're going to need some Italian seasonings. And then some dark red kidney beans. You do not need to get the no salt added. I just prefer to get things that have less sodium in them when I can, so that way I can add the salt in on my own instead of having already salted. But anyways, dark red kidney beans as well. And then instead of the ground beef, I am going to be using these Beyond Meat beef crumbles. I'm not going to use the whole package. I'll probably only use half of the package, but this will be our meat substitute. Now, if you guys prefer to make yours with ground beef or ground turkey, you can use this same recipe and just switch it out for the ground beef or ground turkey. But because we are going to keep it plant-based for this recipe, guys, I'm going to be using the Beyond Meat beef crumbles. So again, I'm only going to use about half of this package. So stay tuned and let's put this together, guys. So starting off here, guys, I have a nice big soup pot at medium heat, and I'm going to put in about a tablespoon roughly of some olive oil in the bottom of my pan to start heating up. So if you have a Dutch oven, that would probably be better, but I'm going to be using my soup pot, and that's what we're going to be using today for this recipe. The next thing I'm going to do is start on my soup trio. I'm going to start with my basic starter of celery, carrots, and onion. There is a name for it, guys. However, I do not know how to pronounce it correctly, but I will leave it down here of what it is called. But it is your basic starter of chopped celery, some chopped carrot, and then some diced onion. So I'm just going to dice up all of the veggies and get those ready to put into the pot. Now, so as you guys can see, I probably chopped up maybe about half a cup of the celery, and I am just cutting up my carrots into like little matchstick sizes. You don't have to cut them this way. You guys can just chop them up nice and neatly, however you prefer, but I'm gonna do probably about a quarter cup of the carrots, and then I'm also going to cook up or chop up about a cup of diced onion as well, and that is going to start off our soup. So once your oil has heated up in the pan, you're going to just dump those veggies in and get them started cooking down until they're a nice translucent in color. Okay guys, so now that my vegetables here are starting to become a little bit more translucent and have started to cook down, I'm going to start adding in the rest of the ingredients. So the next thing I'm going to add is 2 teaspoons of freshly minced garlic. And you don't want to put the garlic in too early, guys, because garlic does, you know, cook a lot faster than the onions and carrots and celery, so that's why I'm putting that in now. And I'm going to just let that cook for just a couple of seconds to kind of get that garlicky fragrance started, and let that cook up. And then the next thing I'm going to be putting in is I'm going to put in a can of the tomato sauce. So I have a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. I'm going to put in well, this is actually 14.5 ounces, but a can of just plain diced tomatoes. And I'm also going to put in my whole 32 ounces of the vegetable broth. Next, I'm going to be adding in those beans, and I wanted to show you guys I had rinsed off and drained my beans out of the can. So I'm going to add in the beans now after they have been rinsed off. And then I'm going to add in some of my Italian seasoning. So probably maybe a teaspoon and a half worth of Italian seasoning, and I'm going to give that a little stir until it comes up to a boil. So there you go, we have all our yummy veggies starting to cook. Okay, so the soup now has been simmering for close to about 30 minutes now, and oh my gosh, it smells amazing, guys, and we're not even done yet. So now I have my package of that Beyond Beef crumbles, and I'm going to add in probably a cup. Let me see how much a cup looks. I'm going to put in a good cup of the beef crumbles, maybe a cup and a half. So okay, let's go with a cup and a half. So that's about half the package of the Beyond Meat beef crumbles. And then also I'm going to be adding in our pasta. So I have a pound of that Ditalini, or is it Ditalini? I don't know, but I have these little pastas here. These are the noodles, and I have a pound here, but I think I'm only going to be putting in half of the package. So we're going to do half a pound of the pasta. You know what? We're going all in. Okay, I put in the whole pound. So why not, right? So we put in a cup and a half of that Beyond Meat beef crumbles, and then a full pound of the pasta. I'm going to give that a little bit of a stir. I have my pot on medium heat, and I'm going to go ahead and cover this up and let it simmer now for probably maybe another 20 minutes. So we'll check in on it in the next 20 minutes and then see how it looks. Okay guys, it's been now about half an hour that it has been simmering with the cover on. I will tell you guys, after 20 minutes, I opened the lid, gave it a stir, and noticed that it did not look like it had enough liquid for that full pound of pasta. So I added in half a cup of water to help cook the pasta up. So I would suggest only doing half pound of the pasta to the rest of the recipe instead of the full pound, especially if you like it more soupy and have a nice broth. I think the full pound of pasta was a bit too much. However, it's not gonna go to waste, of course. So, but anyways, guys, here it is all finished up. It looks absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to give it a try. It smells amazing. All of the pasta is completely cooked, and we're gonna just scoop that in that bowl and give it a taste. So here we have it, guys. Here is my bowl for tonight's dinner. I let it cool off for a few minutes because it was, of course, boiling hot. And I wanted to give it a quick taste test for you guys. Again, like I suggest, guys, only put in half a pound of pasta or double the rest of the recipe for the full pound of pasta to make it a little bit more soupy. But this is good. This is going to be more of like a hearty stew. But I want to get everything in there, a little bit of the meat, a little bit of the beans and our veggies, and give it a taste test and see how it is. But there it is, guys. Look at all that deliciousness. We have our beans, our beef crumbles, some celery, pasta, and onions, and a little bit of the tomato as well. So I'm going to give this a quick taste test and let you guys know how it comes out. Absolutely delicious. Very, very good, guys. If you give this recipe a try, please leave it in the comment section below. Let me know of any adjustments that you make to it, if you do. And I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Give this video a great big thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And have a great week, guys. Thank you. I'm going to eat my dinner now. Bye-bye.